Welcome back, everybody. This is Jason the Cartoon Fan, and it's time for part 2 of my two-part video featuring everything from Warner Brothers Entertainment, excluding shows that were produced for Cartoon Network, that I currently own on DVD and Blu-ray. In part 1, I showed you guys and gals the live-action Warner Brothers material I had on DVD and Blu-ray, as well as a few miscellaneous animated Warner Brothers properties that I had that didn't fit into any of the three main categories of Warner Brothers stuff I've set out: Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and Hanna-Barbera. So now it's time for me to show you all of the DVD releases I have of Hanna-Barbera, Looney Tunes, and Tom and Jerry, as well as one other Warner Brothers title that doesn't specifically fit into any of those three categories, but is still close enough to one of those categories for me to think of it as a appropriate inclusion for this video. Okay, so first off, serving as a transition of sorts, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original 1967 version directed by Chuck Jones and starring Boris Karloff as the narrator and the title character, the Ultimate Edition on Blu-ray. I'm a big fan of the original version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I also like the more recent versions, even though that's somewhat of an unpopular opinion. Definitely happy to have this particular release of the special on Blu-ray. This version is called the Ultimate Edition because it has two extra specials that were not included on the original Blu-ray of this special. Specifically, the two sequels, Halloween is Grinch Night and The Grinch Grinches the Cat in the Hat. Eggs! Sorry, I just felt like referencing a meme for the sake of it. Anyways, a pretty satisfactory release in my opinion. And I have this in my collection because, like, I'm showing it now rather than in part 1 because of the fact that the special was indeed directed by Chuck Jones, which will lead into a specific part of this collection that I know a lot of people are going to be excited to see. Anyways, front, left side, right side, and the back of the slipcover. I really like all the shiny green glitter that they put across the front of the slipcover. That's a really nice touch. Here is the actual Blu-ray case. The artwork is pretty much the same as on the slipcover and is pretty nice looking, though a little bit more simplistic looking than the artwork used for the specials as previous Blu-ray releases. And here is the inside. So, have the digital copy code, which I haven't actually redeemed, and I'm honestly fine with not redeeming it because I don't really care about the digital copies nowadays. So here, free digital copy code I haven't used. Feel free to use it to your heart's content. Hope you enjoy your free special. Anyways, the artwork on the Blu-ray and the DVD are pretty much the same. They both have the same picture of Max, with the only notable difference being that the DVD, of course, has a DVD icon, and the Blu-ray, of course, has a Blu-ray icon. Alright, Now is finally the time to see the Warner Brothers titles in my collection that you've been waiting for. Da 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 da. Yep, my Looney Tunes DVDs. To me, having a Warner Brothers physical media collection without Looney Tunes would be like having a Nickelodeon physical media collection without SpongeBob, or a Disney physical media collection without Mickey Mouse. So I have the first two volumes of the Looney Tunes Golden Collection, the prestigious DVD line featuring remastered, uncensored versions of the best and or most historically significant of the classic shorts that started it all, as well as some of the later day Looney Tunes projects. I want to get the remaining four volumes of the Golden Collection later down the line, but they're not as easy to find as the first two, so I'm waiting until I can find copies of them for a price I can agree with. Alright, so let's start off my Looney Tunes portion of this video by showing you the two volumes of the Looney Tunes Golden Collection that I actually do have. First off, here is the original Looney Tunes Golden Collection. Front, spine, and the back. And here is what we got inside. The inside of the case has some really nice looking back artwork that clearly lists all of the shorts and special features that are included on each of the four discs, which is definitely a really nice touch. Here I'll show you the other side of the case in case you wanted to read it. Alright, so the artwork that's on each of the discs look a little bit different from how they did originally, because older copies of this set had full color artwork on each of the discs, but these are newer copies, so the characters are still pictured on the discs, but the actual artwork of them aren't as colorful as they used to be on older copies. So anyways, here I'll flip this side of the disc. Here is disc 1, featuring Bugs Bunny. Disc 2, featuring Daffy Duck. Disc 3, featuring the Tasmanian Devil, who is probably my favorite Looney Tunes character, by the way. And finally, disc 4, featuring Tweety. Okay, here is the second volume of the Looney Tunes Golden Collection. Front, spine, and the back. And the inside. Once again, same deal as on the first Golden Collection. Some back artwork listing all of the shorts and special features included on each of the four discs. This is a newer copy, so there is some disc artwork, but it isn't as colorful as it is on older copies of this set. So here is disc 1, featuring Bugs. Disc 2, featuring the Roadrunner. Disc 3, featuring Sylvester and Tweety. And finally, Disc 4, featuring Michigan J. Frog, who modern-day viewers might recognize as the host of the now-defunct WB network. We're proud to present on the WB another bad show that no one will see. Yes, the obligatory Simpsons reference. Anyways, this is the other side of the case in case you wanted to see the artwork inside. Okay, so those are the only two volumes of the Golden Collection I currently have, though I do plan on getting volumes 3 through 6 sometime in the future. So here is the Looney Tunes Superstar Collection, consisting of 3 older compilation discs that feature a bunch of different Looney Tunes shorts that were previously unavailable on physical media together in one case. Unfortunately, for the Bugs Bunny compilation disc that's included in this collection, the shorts that were released after 1950, in other words, half of the shorts that are included on that specific disc, have been cropped to widescreen. Though a new Blu-ray collection is coming out this, no, I think it's either in November or December, called the Bugs Bunny 80th Anniversary Collection. It will feature a bunch of different Looney Tunes shorts that were previously unreleased on physical media, or shorts that were released on physical media, but only on this DVD cropped to widescreen. So, yeah, that's definitely a collection I want to pick up sometime in the future, though I don't see it happening anytime super soon, since it's supposed to be a limited edition. So I don't see it being widely circulated or anything like that. Anyways, just like the DVD set for Season 1 of The Middle, the case for this collection is inside a slipcover-ish box. I guess the proper way of calling it is calling this thing is a slipcase, but still. Front, top, bottom, left side, right side, and the back of the slipcase. Here is the actual plastic case underneath. The artwork is pretty much the same as on the slipcase and is pretty nice looking. And here's what we got inside. Unfortunately, the 3 discs are stacked on top of each other on a single holder, so I'm going to have to take all 3 of them out so I can show you the artwork that's on each of them. So here is the Bugs Bunny compilation disc, which is subtitled Hair Extraordinaire. The Foghorn Leghorn compilation disc, which is titled, it's subtitled Barnyard Big Mouth. And finally, the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote compilation, which is subtitled Super Genius Hijinks. This collection isn't as good as the other 2 compilation discs that are included in this collection because it mostly consists of newer shorts, rather than the classic Golden Age ones. But, it's still a nice disc to have just for completionist's sake. Okay. The next Looney Tunes DVD I'm showing you is the Essential Bugs Bunny, a 2-disc collector's edition release that was originally put out in 2010 for Bugs Bunny's 70th anniversary, or birthday, however you want to call it. So this particular copy has a slipcover on it that says Looney Tunes Anniversary Collection, and the reason why is because earlier this year, Warner Brothers reissued a large number of older Looney Tunes DVDs in a new slipcover that has the little iconic oval from the title cards at the beginning of almost every Looney Tunes short surrounding the front cover, and saying Anniversary Collection at the bottom, because this year is the 90th anniversary of the Looney Tunes shorts. The first Looney Tunes short ever, Sinking in the Bathtub, was released in April of 1920. No, wait, not 1920, 1930. Sorry about that. Yeah, April 1930. So, yeah, just something interesting I wanted to bring up. The case underneath is the exact same as the original release of this collection, but I purchased it anyway because I really do like the little ovally design on the slipcover, and it has the Looney Tunes logo on the top of the front cover, which the case underneath doesn't have. It just says Looney Tunes, it doesn't have the actual logo. So, anyways, here is the front, left side, right side, and the back of the slipcover. Here is the case underneath. Nothing really too fancy, but nothing bad either. The artwork is pretty much the same as on the slipcover, minus the little Looney Tunes oval on the front not being there, and the side is black instead of red. And here is the inside. So, disc 1 has these shorts, which are considered the most essential of the Bugs Bunny shorts. So, I'm guessing like the most iconic ones. And disc 2 has some TV specials and featurettes and newer shorts that were previously unavailable on DVD before this collection came out. Here is the artwork that's underneath disc 2, which lists all the extra content that's included on that disc. Alright, next off for Looney Tunes, a double feature pack featuring the first compilation volume of the Looney Tunes show from 2011, as well as Daffy Duck's Quackbusters, which is a compilation Looney Tunes short combining new animation with recycled theatrical cartoon shorts. It's an okay collection, though I'm definitely going to get the better collections of the Looney Tunes show from 2011 that came out a few years ago, like the triple feature pack featuring all of the original 3 volumes of the Looney Tunes show, as well as There Goes the Neighborhood, which is a 2-disc collection featuring 14 episodes of that show that were previously unavailable on DVD, since when those 2 specific releases are combined, they make up the whole season 1. Season 2, which is unfortunately the show's final season, hasn't been released on DVD yet. Front, spine, and the back. And here is the inside. The double feature pack is inside an EcoBox case, unfortunately, but not surprisingly. But anyways, the discs inside are the same as these 2 titles' older releases. So here is the Looney Tunes Show Volume 1, and here is Daffy Duck's Quackbusters. Last but not least for my DVD releases of the Looney Tunes franchise, Bah Humduck, a Looney Tunes Christmas Carol, the direct-to-DVD special that was released on DVD and premiered on Cartoon Network nearly simultaneously in 2006. I absolutely love this special, and I'm definitely happy to have it on DVD. However, there is one big problem about this release. The special is presented in 1.33 to 1 4:3. Now, this wouldn't be too bad, since this is how the special aired on Cartoon Network. However, it turns out that the special was actually produced in widescreen, much like a good majority of Warner Brothers' projects that were produced from 2002 to 2009. So, unfortunately, the special is in pan and scan on this DVD. So, thankfully, Warner Brothers has somewhat solved this problem. Earlier this year, a new Looney Tunes holiday collection came out on DVD, which features this special alongside with the Bugs Bunny's Halloween special and the Looney Tunes Thanksgiving special. I definitely want to get that holiday collection because for that DVD, Warner Brothers fixed the aspect ratio for Bah Humduck, so now it can finally be watched on physical media in its original widescreen aspect ratio. Unfortunately, though, that holiday collection is bare bones, so it doesn't have any of these special features that were included on the special's original DVD release. That's unfortunate, So I'll have to hold on to this DVD if I purchase that holiday collection. As far as I know, the Halloween and Thanksgiving specials as individual DVD releases were also bare bones. So, guess I'm not missing out on much that way for when it comes to those two specials. So, besides maybe like a couple of trailers, but that doesn't really matter. So, yeah, definitely have to consider on purchasing that collection sometime in the future. Anyways, front, spine, and the back. And here is the disc. Very nice looking full color artwork, but unfortunately we once again have an EcoBox case situation. Big or small, short or tall, you'll all have a ball with this next part of the collection, my Tom and Jerry DVDs. Let's get started with the very first Tom and Jerry DVD to have ever been released, Tom and Jerry's Greatest Chases, a compilation of what fans consider to be the 14 greatest shorts of the original Tom and Jerry series. This compilation was released on DVD in 2000, approximately 3 years after Warner Brothers began releasing their library on DVD. So this is one of the very first Warner Brothers DVDs to ever be released, as well as, like I mentioned earlier, the very first DVD for Tom and Jerry to ever come out. This DVD is such an old release that it's not even inside a standard DVD case. It's inside what some people like to call a snap case, because it has a black tab that snaps open. So yeah, definitely a really cool DVD to have just for the historical significance of it. Front, spine, and the back. And here is the inside. Since the snap case uses cardboard, we have there's no actual insert because the artwork, like the shorts that are included on the disc are inside the actual packaging for this DVD. Definitely a pretty nice touch, but I can see why it didn't become super popular. Anyways, here is the actual DVD. It's a plain gray disc, which is a little bit strange since Warner Brothers usually put full color artwork on their DVDs back when they first started releasing stuff on DVD. But you know, it's nothing I'm gonna lose sleep over or anything like that. Alright, so now here is the Tom and Jerry Spotlight Collection, featuring some more classic shorts. While Greatest Chases was the first Tom and Jerry DVD to be released ever, the Spotlight Collection was the first time that Warner Brothers tried releasing a comprehensive collection of the original shorts. Unfortunately, they aren't in the best AV quality on here, but, you know, it was one of Warner Brothers' older DVD releases, so I'll give it a pass. Besides, there is a better comprehensive collection of Tom and Jerry shorts that I own on DVD, and I'm going to show that DVD next. But anyways, it comes inside this nice die-cut box. The top of it feels super plasticky, but there's the inside of it is cardboard. And you can see that when you pull it out, there is a more simplistic design, like a more simplistic version of the same artwork. See, it comes out like that. I think that's a pretty cool touch. Front, top, bottom, left side, right side, and the back of the box. And here is what we have underneath. The inside of the box has some trivia about the franchise, which is a nice touch, as well as a listing of all the shorts and special features included on both of the two discs. So here is disc 1 featuring Tom. I'll take it out so you can see the artwork that's underneath. And disc 2 featuring Jerry. And here is the artwork underneath disc 2's holder. Alright, the Spotlight Collection was an okay release, but there is a much better comprehensive collection of the original Tom and Jerry shorts on DVD. The Tom and Jerry Golden Collection, featuring the first 37 Tom and Jerry theatrical shorts in chronological order, as opposed to a more random order on the Spotlight Collection. Overall, this is a pretty cool release because all of the shorts that are on here have been remastered, unlike the Spotlight Collection. This collection was also released on Blu-ray, but I haven't gotten around to purchasing it on that format, and I'm not in a rush to get it on there either, since from what I heard, the Blu-ray has pretty much the same content. The only difference is that the Blu-ray upscaled the remastered footage of the shorts to HD, so the lines look a little bit crisper, but it's not that big of a difference since these shorts were produced in standard definition to begin with. It has a pretty nice slipcover that, although isn't embossed, it is shiny, so that's neat. Front, left side, right side, and the back of the slipcover. Here is the actual case. The artwork is pretty much the same as on the slipcover and is pretty well done. And here's what we got inside. We have an insert, complete with an introduction about the history of the shorts, which is definitely a pretty cool thing. When I first unboxed this DVD, I forgot to show this part of the insert, and a lot of people commented about it on that video. For those who commented on that video and saw this video, I'm sorry about that. I didn't notice it until it was too late. Anyways, the rest of the insert is a summary of all the shorts that are included on the two discs, as well as the special features. And there's some nice looking back artwork on the back side of the insert. So here is disc 1, which features Tom, and disc 2, which features Jerry. Okay, next off for my DVDs of Tom and Jerry, I have Tom and Jerry, the Gene Deich collection. These shorts aren't even nearly as well regarded as the original shorts, but I still think they're pretty good, and I'm willing to defend them from anybody who says otherwise. I did my own unboxing of this collection in case you want to see it, so yeah, make sure you go check that out if you haven't already. It has a slipcover, but it's not really that cool of a slipcover because it isn't embossed or shiny or anything like that. Here is the actual case. Once again, artwork is pretty much the same as on the slipcover. And here is the disc, featuring both Tom and Jerry together. And it's in an EcoBox case, unfortunately, but not surprisingly. Some copies of this DVD come with an insert, but my copy doesn't. Okay, next off for my DVDs of Tom and Jerry, we're getting into the more recent Tom and Jerry material, with Tom and Jerry Tales Volume 1, featuring 12 shorts, aka the first 4 22-minute long episodes of the Tom and Jerry television series that ran for 26 episodes on Saturday mornings on the CW as part of its children's programming block, Kids WB, during the block's final 2 years on the air, 2006 to 2008. This is definitely a really cool DVD to have since I grew up watching Tom and Jerry Tales. It was one of the first TV series that I ever saw ever, and I got introduced to the classic shorts not too long after. So this DVD has a lot of nostalgia to me. I used to have a different copy of this DVD, but I was foolish enough to get rid of it. But thankfully I purchased myself a new copy at the 99-cent store of all places. Front, spine, and the back. And here is the disc. Once again, really nice looking full color artwork, but it's in an EcoBox case. Last but not least for my DVDs of Tom and Jerry, the Tom and Jerry Show Funny Side Up, featuring 13 episodes of the newer Tom and Jerry series that has aired new episodes on Cartoon Network and Boomerang, with premieres switching back and forth between the two channels since 2014. Since I don't have Cartoon Network anymore, this is definitely a really nice DVD to have. Front, spine, and the back. And here is the inside. Here is disc 1, which features Tom and Deich, and disc 2, which features Jerry and Nibbles. Pretty nice looking artwork on the two discs, but once again, EcoBox case. Okay, so yabba dabba doo, it's time to finally show you my DVD releases of shows produced by Hanna-Barbera. Starting with, as you could probably tell by that mini introduction, The Flintstones, the complete first season, released as part of the Hanna-Barbera Golden Collection in 2004. This will be the last time you'll see this DVD in any of my videos, because the Flintstones got a complete series Blu-ray collection that was released earlier today, and I'm planning on purchasing that Blu-ray and getting rid of this DVD.